Bioye, who works at a design company. Bioye met a lady named Finitola at the company where he worked. Finitola was a beautiful and good-looking lady whose beauty attracted the men in her company, and they want to be with her. However, she was not in love with any one of them, but there was a man that Finitola liked so much, who was Bioye. She only liked him from afar and never shows that she liked Bioye. One day, it was time for lunch and everybody went for lunch. Bioye and Finitola ended up sitting at the same table. Bioye was staring at Finitola. Finitola asked, "Why are you looking at me like that, as if you are seeing me for the first time?" Bioye replied, "I am seeing you for the first time up closely like this. No wonder all the guys talk about you, even if they are busy working. I can see now that everything they have been saying about you is true. I can say you are beautiful indeed." Finitola smiled softly. "Thank you." The first time Bioye and Finitola talked to each other. After lunch, and they went back to work. That day, Bioye offered to give Finitola a ride, but Finitola replied, "Don't worry, I am fine." But Bioye insisted and Finitola accepted the offer. Since then, Bioye will drive Finitola to her house after work. From there, their friendship became stronger and they decided to go on a date. Where Finitola and Bioye worked, there was a lady named Ebun who has been admiring Bioye and wanted him for herself. Bioye never showed her attention. Ebun heard about Finitola and Bioye relationship and was not happy about it. 1 year later, Finitola got pregnant and gave birth to a baby girl. Finitola and Bioye named her Tope. One day, while Finitola was walking on the streets, she met an old friend and they were surprised to see each other after a very long time and hugged each other. Ebun, who was returning back from work, accidentally saw Finitola and her friend. She quickly took a picture of them and planned to use the picture to cause a misunderstanding between Bioye and Finitola. The second day, Finitola left the office early to pick up her daughter from the school. Ebun waited outside the company for Bioye to come out. Immediately she saw Bioye entering his car, she approached him and said, "I want to tell you something." Ebun brought out her phone. She showed Bioye the picture she took yesterday. Bioye collected the phone from her and asked, "Isn't this my wife?" Ebun replied, "As you can see, she is your wife, of course." Bioye quickly wanted to get home and asked his wife about what he just saw. Bioye got home and did not meet his wife at home. Bioye sat, feeling boring and sensation inside and waited for his wife. Few minutes later, Finitola came in and saw Bioye looking sad. She asked, "Why is your face changing like this?" Bioye stood up. "You are cheating on me," with a strong voice. Finitola was shocked. "What type of question is that? Or is this a joke?" Bioye replied, "Did I look like I'm joking? Answer me." Finitola replied, "I don't know what you are talking about." He brought out his phone and showed Finitola the picture. Finitola explain this right now. Finitola was very shocked and replied, "This is a friend of mine. The other day, I met him on the street and I was surprised to see him because it has been a long time since we saw each other. That is why we hug." By the way, how did you get this picture? Is it that you have finally admit it? Finitola replied, "But I didn't say we are dating. We are just friends, Bioye." Bioye walked away angrily. Bioye made up his mind to do the same to Finitola. If she can cheat on me, I will do the same thing. Bioye and Ebon started dating. When Finitola found out that Bioye and Ebon were dating, she confronted Bioye. Bioye told her that he has every right to date Ebon since she can cheated on him. Finitola tried all she could to tell Bioye that he misunderstood the matter. Bioye never listened to her. Sometimes Bioye will leave Finitola at work to go home by herself and will take Ebon to her house before going back home. It was unbearable for Finitola, thinking, "What is happening? Did my marriage become a nightmare?" It was unbearable for Finitola. She decided to leave Bioye for good. Finitola packed her things. Bioye was just looking and she walked away from the house. Finitola left. Bioye and Ebon continued their relationship. When Ebon heard about Bioye and Finitola's separation, she was very happy. "Yes, I won. I can have Bioye to myself now." Ebon told Bioye that she would like to visit his home. He agreed. When Ebon was coming to Bioye's house, she came with a child named Shubomi, the same age with Tope. After her mother Finitola left, Tope, who was alone, became very happy to see Shubomi and her mother Ebon. Tope and Shubomi tried to get close to each other. However, Ebon tried to distance Shubomi from Tope, telling Shubomi that Tope is not her daughter and that she shouldn't get too close. Ebon tells Shubomi that Tope's mother raised her different. Ebon asked Tope to let Shubomi have her room, so Tope will sleep on the mat in the sitting room. Tope is the one who do all the house chores in the house, but Shubomi does nothing. Tope never complained and continued to live with everything Ebon put her through. Tope still like Ebon and her daughter Shubomi. Shubomi will want to have anything that Tope desire. To the point, Tope miss her mother so much. "I wish my mother is here. Things could not have hard as it is right now." Bioye came back from work. Ebon told Bioye that Tope stole meat from the pot. Why she knew that it was Shubomi who ate the meat from the pot. Bioye beat Tope that day. "I know you will not grow up to be a decent person." Bioye believed everything that Ebon told him about Tope. Bioye will not ask or listen to his own daughter. Tope told her father that she wants to see her mother. Bioye, hearing that Tope talk about Finitola, he remembered what happened between them. He was furious and scolded Tope, don't ever talk about Finitola again. Anytime you tell me you want to see your mother, I will send you out of this house." Ebon, who never liked Tope, was very happy to see Tope scolded by her father. Many years later, Tope met a guy named Funsho. Tope and Funsho loved each other very much. Funsho asked Tope to introduce him to her family. Tope was not happy about it because she knew nobody loves her, even her own father. Tope was against it. Funsho asked, "Why don't you want me to meet your family? If you don't want me to, that means you don't love me." "No," Tope replied sharply. "I love you." "Then let me meet your parents." Tope has no choice but to introduce Funsho to her parents. Tope introduced Funsho to her parents. Ebun and her daughter was not happy about it. To see Tope got herself sweet and good-looking man. Bioye approved Funsho and Tope's relationship. Funsho and Tope planned their wedding. Bioye, Tope's father, who was celebrating his 60th birthday. The birthday party was held in one of the biggest hotels in town. While the party was going on, Funsho received an urgent call and had to leave. Tope was attending to Funsho when Shubomi secretly drugged Tope's drink. Funsho left and Tope returned to her seat, not knowing to her that Shubomi had drugged her drink. She finished the drink and lost control of herself. Shubomi took her and told Tope that Funsho was waiting for her. Shubomi led Tope to a stranger room. Tope never even doubted it was Funsho and ended up giving herself to a stranger. And it was all her stepsister's plan. The second day, Tope was still sleeping. A familiar voice resounded from behind the door. Tope stood up from the bed to see who was at the door. Confused and unaware of what was going on, Tope ended up opening the door. She was surprised to see Funsho. Funsho asked, "What are you doing here?" Tope could not say a word. Funsho came in and saw how messy the room was. Tope saw disappointment and disgust in the eyes of the man who used to look at her with love and admiration. But Tope couldn't explain what happened. "You traitor," Funsho said and walked out of the room. Tope called out to him, pleading for him to wait, but her words fell on deaf ear as he distanced himself from Tope. Tope went back home. Her family gathered in a room filled with tension. Her father's voice broke the silence. He was disappointed in Tope. "You have disgraced yourself and our entire family." Tope tried to explain that it wasn't her fault, but he refused to listen. No one ever cared to hear her side of the story. Ebun, her stepmother, cut in. "Your father is right. I always knew that Tope wouldn't grow up to be a decent person just like her mother." Ebun, her stepmother, who never liked Tope ever since she was a kid, she was very happy to finally tell Tope how she felt. Funsho, with a calm voice from behind, asked, "Why did you do it? Was that man really better than me?" Tope replied sharply, "No," as she walked towards Funsho. "No, Funsho, of course not." Tope looked into Funsho's eyes. His doubted in Tope was devastating. Tope tried to explain that she had no idea who that man was or how she ended up in the same bed with him. Tope reached out to hold her fiancé's hand. However, Funsho angrily withdrew her hand from his body. Tope stood in shock. "Funsho, no one here believed me, even you. Funsho, your disbelief cut through me like a knife. You are right. I know it's very hard to believe, especially seeing that stranger, and I've already checked out and the hotel refused to give me his name. Tope looked at everyone in the room and said to herself, there is no way to find out what really happened or to prove anything. She turned back to Funsho. Funsho, I need you. I love you. Funsho replied, no, you don't. And Funsho announced that there will be no wedding. Funsho turned away and went out of the room. Tope felt like her life was crumbled in front of her eyes and could not do anything about it. Bioye tried to call out for Funsho and talk this through. Ebun, her stepmother, and Shubomi were happy she ended up in that situation.